sublimation. So welcome to the channel, and I hope that this is beneficial, because I promise you this will be a pretty fast video because it's pretty much that easy. So the hardest part about doing a t-shirt or design in general is the designing part. So you can literally just go and you can buy designs from off of Etsy, or there's different platforms where you can buy designs from. You also can download from Google, or you can create your own. You can piece pictures together and to make them your own, or however you feel, or however your customers, or whatever the case may be, would like the design to be. You do it that way. So that's pretty much the hardest part, and you can use Creative Studio, which is what I use for this. You can also use Cricut Design Space, which I use a lot as well for my vinyl designs. You can also use Photoshop, and there's different platforms you can use when it comes to making your design and printing them out. So with the printout part, you will need a sublimation printer. Being that we talk about sublimation, I'm gonna make sure I stay on topic for sublimation. So with sublimation, you do need a sublimation printer. So either it's a converted printer, which I have done that in the past, where you can take an Epson EcoTank printer, and instead of using the regular ink in it, just use sublimation ink instead, and you'll get pretty good pictures as well. I've done that for about a year or so, and that was really good until they kind of like broke down on me and the ink wasn't working well with it. So Christmas, my son got a Sawgrass SG500, and of course I use it as well, because that's something that he's doing, and it's pretty awesome so far. I like it. This was printed on the Sawgrass SG500 using the vivid color. So it came out pretty nice. So once you print it out, you do need to mirror it. So for sublimation, it does need to be mirrored. So that is very, very, very important to know. No matter what you're sublimating on, it needs to be mirrored, because this is the back of the paper. And so you're gonna put the paper in there face down if you're using the Sawgrass SG500. If you're using a regular Epson printer, you know that the paper goes in like this and it slides through. But either way, it needs to be mirrored, because although it's printing on this side, we're not going to be putting design onto the shirt on this side. We're actually going to be flipping the paper this way and pressing. So that's why it needs to be mirrored. So once you do that, you do need polyester. That's the best material to work with when it comes to sublimation. However, there's ways around it to use cotton as well. So there's different things you can do, but we're strictly using polyester today for this video, and maybe in the next one I'll show you how to use cotton, how to sublimate on cotton or colored t-shirts. So now that I have my shirt out, what I'm gonna do, my heat press is on already. It's heating up to 400 degrees, and we're gonna be pressing for 60 seconds for the shirt. So while that's heating up, I do want to make my design, make sure that it's aligned well. I'm also going to take a few steps here. So like I said, the design part's the hard part. So once you get it printed out, once it's mirrored, then once you put it on I found that putting on the heat press for about maybe a minute will help dry that ink, because you don't want to smear it by touching all on it. And then I just cut around the excess off. I cut it off because just in case any ink got onto it, we don't want it onto a shirt. So that's pretty much like the hard part's done. Easy part, this is why I'm trying to like prolong this video, because this is the easy part, is you take some butcher paper and you just put it inside of your t-shirt. Let it flat inside your t-shirt. And I'm also going to be doing a design that I have printed out. I'm going to be putting it on a tumbler, so I can show a video on that as well, which will be on, most likely it'll be on my TikTok. But you can go to my TikTok, which is _Tisha's DIY. I'll put that in the descriptions in case you didn't catch that, because I do tend to talk fast sometimes. I'm trying to make sure I stay in the camera, if I'm trying to get it an angle. But just you can go there, and that'll be a quick video on me doing a tumbler. So then what I would do is, I probably won't even do a video, I'll probably just show it, because it's pretty much the same steps. You print it out, you design it, you print it out, make sure it's the right size for your tumbler, and then you would just use you can use a mug press, you can use a tumbler press as well, which is recommended, but you can use a mug press if that's what you have. If you have like those 8x1s, 8-in-1s, you can also use the mug press that comes with that, which is what I'm using currently until I upgrade. So there's ways to do that. So then what I would do is I'm gonna get a piece of tape, and with the tumbler, you just wrap it around and you put it in there for 400 degrees and for 60 seconds all the way around. I usually go over though, just like with my shirts, I usually go over to 60 seconds, but you don't want to go too much over. So I just go over by a little bit. So what I'm going to do with this piece of tape is I'm just going to make sure there's no lint. So in my area, I'm just going to tap, which I find easier. Lint roll is better, but I don't have one on hand right now, so I just use a piece of tape. All right, so that's pretty much done for. Let's see if I can. All right. Okay, that's a little bit better, right? All right, I got y'all. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna turn it and face it down. I'm gonna use 4 fingers, or 3 depending on the size. But for this shirt, this is a 2X shirt, and the size of this paper is, I did the full 8.5, and then I did so this one is 8.5 by 6 is what this one is. So because I just want to go across the top like that, I don't want to be a full design. So for this shirt, so it's for a man, so I am going to be doing 3 fingers. I'm gonna do 3 fingers. I feel like that's, to me, I feel like that's a nice size down. Sometimes I do 4, like I said, depending on the size, depending on the shirt. But for this one, I'm gonna do 3. All right, once it's lined up in the center, which is, this is the part I always overthink, because sometimes my eyes be tripping, especially if I do a bunch of shirts in one day. So I'm just gonna cut some tape, enough, just a couple pieces to tape down the sides, so it will stay as I'm putting it under the heat press. All right, and I just I have a video where I did a hat. So I gotta, if I haven't posted it before this video, actually no, I'm gonna post it before this video. So I have in the previous video, there is a hat, actually I'm gonna post it later. So in the video that's coming next week, there is where I have a new hat press from Cricut, and they sent this heat tape with it. So I'm using that. That's why I'm using heat tape. So now I'm just gonna hold up, make sure that looks pretty centered, and then I'm taking it, put it on the heat press, and I'm gonna press it, like I said, for the no more than 70 seconds, and then I'll be back to show you what they look like. But this is it. Once you take it off the heat press and see, that looks amazing. That's amazing. And still like some color. So this right here, this sheet right here now is pretty much no good, because the color has now infused into the shirt from the paper. So you see the difference there? Look at that. That is wonderful. All right, and that's pretty much how you sublimate onto a t-shirt. And that's all for that. All right, guys, so I thank you for watching my short tutorial on how to sublimate onto a polyester t-shirt. This is a 100% polyester, and like it came out really beautiful. I'm loving it. So I'm gonna take that sheet from behind it, and also when I pressed it, I put a piece of butcher paper on it, and I pressed it for a total of 71 seconds, and it came out, and the colors are amazing. So guys, please subscribe to my channel, like if you like it, and let me know in the comments what you think about this design, what you think about this t-shirt. And I will see you all in the next video next week on where we are going to be. So oh my god, brain fart. So where we're going to be showing you how to apply a patch onto a hat using the Cricut hat brush, which I just got. So I'm going to be doing the unboxing of, as well as a video on how to apply the iron-on patch that I created myself using my Brother SG600 embroidery machine. All right, till next time, bye.